In today's video, we are going to discuss how to maximize the cash value of a whole life insurance policy and provide awareness on PUA limitations. So what I mean when I say PUA limitations is when you pay any amount of money to a whole life insurance policy and your goal is to maximize the cash value, you can decide where your money goes. Instead of me saying, okay, here's a $1 million death benefit, here's how much it costs you. That's the worst approach, in my opinion, if you're interested in maximum cash value. Instead, what you can say is, here's how much I'd like to be able to pay into a whole life insurance policy. My goal, Steve, is to maximize the cash value. I'm attracted to the cash value because it's a safe, liquid, and tax-free area to position funds. So here's how much money I want to get in. Well, did you know that you can actually choose where your money goes? If you're paying in $1, let's call it, you can decide how much or what percentage of that dollar is directed toward the insurance premium, and then what percentage of that dollar is directed toward the PUA rider. So let's have some fun and look at some numbers. So to begin, a question we get quite a bit is the question we see up at the top. Can I add a lump sum on top of a 1090 split? So we are going to address that question in this video and the next several videos as we look at a number of different companies and products. And what I'll add to that is it does depend. The answer is yes, but it does depend on the actual insurance company. So to begin here, what I want to start off with is that part about you paying $1 into a policy and where is that dollar going? Well, you can decide where your money goes in a whole life insurance policy. And there are two primary areas at the end of the day. We have one, your base premium, dollars that are directed toward the base premium piece of whatever dollar amount that is with a traditional whole life insurance policy, typically generate zero, meaning you could put $1,000 toward the premium or $100,000 toward the premium, and typically you will see zero of that premium payment show up in cash value in the first year and also the second year. Some products, it's only the first year. Some products do give you some premium dollars in cash value in the first year. However, the premium dollars typically inflict the most financial pain. Meaning when I see that negative hit, if I pay any dollar amount into a life insurance policy and I have less in value than what I paid into it, what takes the biggest bite out of your cash value is that premium right out of the gates. Now, the reason why the company is going to overcharge us for the cost of insurance, the heaviest charges are in the first and second year. And what we're really doing with those premium dollars is purchasing a whole life insurance death benefit that actually buys the life insurance. Now, it's very common to hear someone say, well, that's all well and good, but my goal here is cash value. I don't really care about the death benefit. We hear that quite a bit, and that's okay. Whatever your goal is, your goals are with your policy, it's your money at the end of the day. So we want to show you, call it the rules of the game with the policy and different companies, so you can play within those rules and really maximize your value. So premium dollars do not show up in cash value right off the bat. Eventually, beginning the third year, they start to come back. However, this guy, this PUA, which stands for paid up additions, I like to refer to this as a cash dump in. Money that is paid into this area shows up in cash value. Depending on the insurance company you select and also the product, different companies have different PUA fees. What you will usually see in the first year alone of whatever the PUA payment is, somewhere between 90 and 95% of the PUA payment will show up in cash value, not the total dollar amount. So as an example, if you are paying in, let's call it $100,000 into the policy, so 100K paid into the policy, and where is the money going? That's the main question. Well, let's assume we've got this 1090 split we see up top. What that would represent is 10% or $10,000 would be directed toward the premium, which would not show up in cash value in the first and second year. And then 90% would be allocated toward that PUA payment. Of that $90,000, you would see between 90 and 95% show up in cash value. That's money you have access to immediately. This is also the key to maximizing the cash value, both on a short-term and long-term basis. This is especially true when you look at real results, not just illustrations, and then the guaranteed values on the illustrations, if you like to see a worst case scenario. So what we've got here is really how to design a policy for maximum cash value. So we just gave an example of a 10/90 split. As far as you paying money into a policy, how low can you go on the minimum premium? 10% is often as low as you can go with some of the major mutual companies, with a few exceptions, which we'll have some fun as we go through specific details as far as what different companies allow and do not allow. But the answer is, it does depend, which is one of my least favorite answers, by the way, whenever a question is asked and someone says, it depends. Okay, it depends on what? Give me some specific examples here. So having awareness on PUA limitations, specifically with different insurance companies, if you attach certain riders that can sometimes expand your PUA limitations, it's really just knowing, or call it being aware, of what is and is not possible. The more awareness I have, the more knowledge I have before starting a policy, the more I can then do with that policy. And that has to do with funding it or designing it for maximum cash value. That has to do with using it down the road if I plan on taking loans to invest in real estate, my business, whatever it might be. The more knowledge I have, or my agent has, if they're providing advice for me and helping guide me through that journey, the more I can do just from an overall design standpoint and call it financial standpoint, because it's your money in the policy. How do you just maximize your money and get the most use out of it? So let's have some fun here. Some awareness on PUA limitations. Some examples we're going to go through in this video, the next several videos, are as follows. We're going to go through Mass Mutual's PUA language. When I say language, what's in their contract, their company memos, what they allow, what people that we've worked with for years are actually doing with their policies with no issues. Guardian, New York Life, 3 of your 4 major mutual companies, and then 2 smaller companies as well that we get questions about frequently, Penn Mutual and Lafayette Life. So we'll have a lot of fun with this as we get into everything. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe for more, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I do read those. And as always, I hope this helps. Thank you so much. Hey guys, Steve Parisi here. If you enjoyed the content you just saw, please subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for future videos. If you'd like more information or to see some custom policies for yourself, feel free to call or email our offices at the contact information below.